Master Your Mindset. Today is day 3 of tips to change negative thoughts. So yesterday I talked about how you would need to take action in order to change negative thoughts. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some ideas on what you can do to change those negative thoughts or that negative energy or negative feeling. Now, when you've had a rough day, how do you feel? Do you carry that rough day to the very end of your day, or do you change things, or do you try and change things? What I do is I try and find things that are going to help change that energy. So one of the things that I would recommend is, well, a few things. The first things are exercise, listening to music, and laughing. Those things, what happens when you do those things, you release endorphins in your brain, and endorphins are feel-good chemicals. So that's something that's going to really help you change that negative energy. There are times when I get home and I'm so tired and it's been a rough day and I don't feel like exercising, but I push myself and I exercise for 30 minutes, and I'm so glad I did by the time I'm finished because I really feel good. Another thing is when I'm coming home from work, I put on my playlist, I turn up the volume, and I'm listening to upbeat music on the way home. Sometimes I sing along. I don't sing very well, but no one can hear me, so I sing anyway. I sing along, and then when I get home, I'm feeling a lot better. Another thing is laughter. If you are tired and you don't feel like exercising and you are not listening to music, what program can you put on that'll make you laugh? Laughter helps, and that'll bring out the endorphins. Another thing you could do is you could also create a feel-good journal. Okay, so anytime, it doesn't have to be very big, and it doesn't have to be expensive. It can be a little notebook, and what you do is when something good happens, write it down. Keep writing everything down that good things that happen in your life, because we tend to remember the bad and forget the good. That's just how we're made. But when you bring out the journal, when you're not having a good day and you bring out that feel-good journal and you read all the good things that are happening, that in itself, reading will trigger the memories and that'll make you feel better. For example, I'm going to do that. I haven't tried it yet, but I know that when I go see my grandkids and my daughter, I can write down just something simple like, went to go see my grandkids, my granddaughter did this, said this, and it was so funny, and my grandson, he did something that really made me laugh, and I could just put that there and then keep listing things of good things that have happened, so then when I am in a negative mood or I have those negative thoughts, I can bring it out, I can read them, and I bet you anything, it'll bring a smile to my face, and it'll kind of change my mood. So a feel-good journal. Another thing is massage, meditate, or take a nature walk. Now, I wasn't one never for massages, but when I started getting them, they felt so good. The ambiance is really calm, and by the time I get out, I feel so relaxed. So that's something you could do. If you don't like massages, take a nature walk. You can take a nature walk. One is the walking, you're getting exercise, and then being surrounded by nature is very calming, and that'll help. Another thing, the last thing is have an attitude of gratitude. When I broke my arm, I lost the use of my hand. And when I lost the use of my hand, that was a big reason to be negative. But then when they told me that it would take time, but I would be able to use my hand again, I started thinking, because my father always used to say, it could be worse. So if anything ever happens, I always think it could be worse. And then I start thinking of how it could be worse. So then it's not as bad as I could make it out to be. So when I couldn't use my hand for almost a year because I was in therapy trying to get it back, I kept thinking it could be worse. I could have lost complete function of my hand. So just the idea of having to go through all of the therapy and all of the pain and everything I had to do to work to get back the use of my hand was so worth it. So having an attitude of gratitude. So those are the tips that I have for you today on how to change negative thoughts to positive thoughts, or at least to just kind of get out of that negative. Tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow is the last day of this series, and I look forward to seeing you guys. I hope you have a great evening. See you later. Bye.